Greetings, YouTube, and welcome to episode 355 of the 4,000 Question Challenge, and the first episode that we'll be filming here without Mandarin. She is no longer with us. She's crossed the Rainbow Bridge, and it's not going to be the same without having her murping on the floor, looking for scritches, or hopping up on my keyboard, or crawling on my shoulder during my filmer. It's This is the first thing I think I've filmed at all since she's passed. She will be missed. Um, where is the presence of God in a sometimes hostile world? In the hearts of those that haven't lost hope. When between Thanksgiving and Christmas does your holiday spirit peak? I find it intriguing that you assume that sometime between Thanksgiving and Christmas our holiday season spirit peaks. Says for me the biggest holiday is Halloween, Samhain, so that's my biggest religious holiday. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving at all. I don't have a special meal with my wife for that. At least not the traditional meal. We do have a meal together, so we both have that time off at the same time. Um, but no, I know the actual history of the colonization of North America and how it is a history of genocide, white supremacy, and slavery. So yeah, I don't celebrate that, and I'm not Christian, so I really don't celebrate Christmas much. We celebrate Yule, and it's just a simple gift exchange. We don't really do anything else. So I don't really have the traditional holiday spirit, and I haven't felt that vibe in a very long time. I still felt it when I was with my ex to a certain extent, but my ex suffers from dissociative identity disorder. So literally, I could be spending time with a kid, even though that kid was in an adult body. So there was a sense of that Christmas spirit kicking around the house. But now that it's just adults and we have no kids, and all of our friends who have kids, their kids are now in college. So yeah, I do get gifts for people, and I enjoy the gift giving process. So I get a kind of a nice feeling out of that. But I give gifts to people all the time because I find something. Um, so I guess that question doesn't really include me. Do you believe there are witches? Yes, I do. I know some. I've worked with some of them, literally and figuratively, and like actually places of employment, and then done magic with them. So completely believe in witches. What are the most influential experiences of your life? Well, at this moment in time, the death of my cat, the car accident I was in 4 days before the death of my cat, uh, the protests around George Floyd, the white nationalists that's in the White House, and the pandemic that is currently ravaging the world at the time of this recording. Those are the major influences in my life at the minute. Excuse me. Um, do you believe in God? I believe in the gods. I don't necessarily, I can't say I don't believe in the Christian God. I just don't believe the Christian God has got the power the Christians think he does. I really don't. And I don't worship him. And I don't respect him because I see how his followers behave every goddamn day. And I said that intentionally. What pastor, priest, etc. do you feel closest to and why? None. None. That's how many I find. Feel close connection to. What cults would you have belonged to? That's a very strange question. There are lots of cults out there, from ones that are very small, like only a dozen people in them, to ones that are globe spanning, like the Scientologists. So I've never been a joiner, and I've avoided that kind of thing. So I don't want to belong to a cult. So we're just going to not worry about that. I didn't never wanted to be a member. I was never a member. I've known people who've gotten involved with bad groups, and some disappeared and some got out. So yeah, no, not my thing. How did the example of your parents 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 spirituality influence your desire to pursue the same spirituality? Neither of my parents is deeply spiritual at all. My mother was raised Catholic, which is a anti-spiritual religion, um, and now is a non-denominational Christian. My father was raised as a Methodist and is a non-denominational Christian. Neither is active in either kind of a church. My father has never been. I don't believe my mother is involved in any kind of a situation whatsoever. Do you ever try to convert others to your religion? Fuck no. That is a vile thing to do. That is unethical and morally repugnant. If somebody has a question about my faith, I will answer it to the best of my desire and ability. If they want information, I can point them in the direction. Go there, read that. Good luck. But am I going to convert somebody? Hell no. Missionaries are evil. Evil, evil things. We don't need missionaries in the world. Hell no. And lastly, for 355, what effect has nature had on your spirituality? Well, I don't see a difference between the natural world and the spiritual world. I see we're all together in this. So yeah, nature has been a profound effect on my spiritual beliefs. So my spiritual beliefs have been a profound effect on my view of nature. So yeah, there's pretty much transparency there. It flows both ways. So it's all one and the same in my head, I guess, in many ways. Though I do understand the, you know, non-spiritual aspects of nature to the best ability of a layperson. Um, but yeah, so I don't think that it's a one-way street, and I think that it flows back and forth. So thank you for being here for episode 355 of the 4,000 Question Challenge. I hope that you'll be here for episode 356.